YouTube? Welcome to another episode of Life with Brian. Hope everyone's having a wonderful day out there. I am in my Alfa Romeo Giulia Quadrifoglio. It's a 2019 model, and I am on my way to work. I wanted to shoot a video. I was going to do actually 5 things I violently oppose about this Giulia Quadrifoglio. And as I was running through the potential list in my mind, I honestly could not think of 5 things. And in fact, I really can't even think of one thing. And I'm not trying to be funny about that. As you guys know, I have a handful of cars, and I've done 5 things I violently oppose about many of them, and many more to come. But I literally was kind of just running through a potential list in my head on the things that I dislike about the car, I would change about the car. And I mean, okay, other than the braking system, and specifically I think it's brake-by-wire, where it's not directly attached to the whatever, and there's a slight pause or hesitation, you're kind of constantly lurching forward and all that jazz. I mean, it's slightly annoying, but if you kind of aren't aware of that, which in reviewing the car and doing a lot of research on the car before I bought it, I know that a lot of YouTubers and car reviewers found that super annoying about the car, and then I was kind of extra sensitive and aware of it. But I mean, I guess if you're not really, you don't really know that that's a thing, wouldn't really affect you that much. Literally, that aside, I cannot think of anything about this car that I violently oppose or I wish was different. Really nothing. Aesthetically, performance-wise, engine-wise, interior-wise, practicality-wise. Now, it's not fair to, obviously, this particular car, but as you guys know, or those of you who have followed my channel, know that I had a bad experience with the first Giulia Quadrifoglio I had, which is a 2017, had the engine replaced twice, and or had 2 bad engines. I should specifically say I had to replace once, and then ultimately got rid of that car. But this one, it's 2019, has been fantastic. Haven't had any issues, and I mean, it's, you guys are aware, those of you who are Quadrifoglio fans out there are aware of the specs and the horsepower and the Ferrari-derived engine and all that good stuff that makes this car just a load of fun. And like I always say, the cabin is, it's not spectacular, but I certainly don't understand people who kind of poo-poo on it. I think it's perfectly fine for its class, for what it is. It's a nice place to be, for sure. I don't hate driving, or I don't specifically hate being in these seats. They don't hurt my back. I like the driving position. Everything looks and feels higher endish. And again, it's an Alfa Romeo. It's not a Ferrari, but at the end of the day, I think you're definitely getting your, high 80, 90K, whatever, worth if you're getting the highest trim Quadrifoglio. And yeah, guys, I mean, I just honestly cannot think of anything that I would change about this car now, other than like I said, the braking system, which is a little bit kind of weird. I'm not sure why they did that, but I mean, it just, I always say there's no such thing as a perfect car. I mean, shoot, in terms of practicality to fun ratio, if that's a thing, I don't honestly know of any car that exists or has ever existed, or certainly that I own, guys, that would top this car. And again, what I mean by that is it's a performance-wise, horsepower, whatever, torque, speed, straight line speed. You want to track the car, you could do that. I believe when it came out in 2017, it had the world record at the Nuremberg Ring for sedans for a while. So again, the type of performance that this car has, but at the same time, it just has incredible practicality, usability. And again, take a look at the seats back there. I mean, these are not like seats like in a lot of my cars where it's for dwarves or little children or backpacks. They're actually very usable. You definitely comfortably sit 2 adults back there, or 3 children, or 3 small adults. Trunk's very, very large, very deep. And again, it's just, they don't, what do you call it? It's not cheaped out in the interior, so your passengers are comfortable, your front passenger is comfortable. I mean, everything just is really nice on this car. The AC blows cold on a hot day, the heat works, the seats are comfortable, the headrest is comfortable. It's easy to get in and out of, holds a lot of stuff. But if you want to go 0 to 60 in however many seconds this car does, I'm not sure what it is, guys. I would guess under 5, but again, I'm just guessing. I mean, it feels fast. I think I've mentioned this in a previous vehicle, guys, but this is the easiest car I have. The easiest to drive fast. The easiest car I have to drive quick is my S2K. This is the easiest and best car to drive fast when you just need to, not that I ever would, but if you could ever need to get from point A to point B and you're late or it's an emergency, I would definitely hop in this car. This car or my Jaguar SVR, but this one I definitely would probably put a nod towards. I just like the way it handles, I like the way in terms of feedback, the steering wheel, I just like the way the car feels when I'm driving it. I like the driving position. It's not a go-kart feel, but you don't sit super high, so I think it's kind of that nice little mix, nice little middle ground between, like, obviously like a true sports car, supercar, and like just driving like a regular family sedan. I think it really kind of occupies a good middle space there. If you want to have fun, but you also want that usability and practicality of a daily driver, and that's another thing about this car, guys, where it's really hard to fault it. It's just you can daily drive this car. You have to worry about it scraping. You don't have to make compromises with this car. I know I've said that in previous videos, so I'm not going to repeat too much of that, but it's just, yeah, I mean, it was just been maybe a couple weeks since I've been in this car, so I was going to take it to work, and I had like 4 or 5 different things from Amazon that I need to return. And at first, a couple of those items are pretty big, so at first I was thinking of taking my Grand Wagoneer, but I was like, you know what, forget it, just throw it in the trunk of my Giulia, and again, no issue, and like just plenty of space to spare, and of course even the back seats if I wanted to throw something else in there. And if this was this is basically kind of like the ultimate one-car garage car. I know that in some other channels that I watch or used to watch, people mention like the Audi RS7, I think, in terms of performance, sportiness, fun, and also practicality. I've never driven an RS7. I personally don't think they look nearly as good as the Giulia Quadrifoglio, but again, it's all personal taste, which I understand. But this car, I think, is the ultimate one-car garage, where you can daily drive it, run errands, take the kids, pack for a long weekend or even longer than that, and then also have fun, take it to the track. If you want to put your foot down, it'll definitely get going, and it gives you that performance if and when you ever want it. But again, you have the practicality always there, usability is always there as well. So I honestly, guys, cannot think of something that I would change about this car other than the braking system. But that's really it, and I think that's, maybe they did it that way because they just wanted something for people to criticize and harp on, so people could not say this is a perfect car. But I mean, I don't know. I defy anyone out there, reliability aside, and again, I've heard that other people have not had issues with their car. Maybe it was just mine. Maybe I had a lemon. Haven't had issues with this car, knock on wood, but just cannot find any faults with this car. It's a great, fantastic car. Love it. And I don't honestly, guys, ever see myself getting rid of it. But just want to share a quick video on the Giulia Quadrifoglio. Give it a thumbs up, comment below, like, subscribe. Please support the channel. Hope to catch you guys in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.